am Dr. Deepika Chopra. I'm an optimism doctor, a happiness researcher, and the founder of Things Are Looking Up. Things Are Looking Up is a deck of cards. There's 52 cards, and each one has a science-based or holistic prompt or suggestion that actually increases optimism and resiliency. I am so honored to be here today with you to share some science-backed and holistic tools to help increase happiness and optimism. So the first thing that I want to preface all of this with is however you're feeling right now is okay. There is no right way to feel. There's no right way to be. We are in a very interesting, new, uncertain time. And so really just the first thing is to be self-compassionate with yourself and try and have a non-judgment mentality to your emotions, because this is tough for all of us. Having said that, one of the best tools that we can use is our perspective. So our perspective and making small shifts in perspective is probably our greatest tool. And it's a tool that we can use that can either leave us feeling extremely empowered or also could leave us feeling a bit hopeless. So an example of this is shifting one word. So I know for me, I was having a really tough time in the beginning of the safer at home orders. And instead of looking at it like I was stuck at home, I was finding myself shifting one word and saying I was safe at home. And that made me feel a lot better. And I completely realized that a lot of people don't have the luxury to be safe at home. And that's tough too. So whatever shift that you can make for yourself that's believable and authentic and true, please try to start using small perspective shifts because they go a long way. The second tool is to be outside more. So research really shows that just on average 2 hours a week outdoors really help with lowering our stress cortisol levels and increasing our positive mood. And I know that being outside is a little bit easier for some of us than others, depending on where we live. But if you can try to be outside, even if it's on your doorstep or on a balcony or on a sidewalk, try to get out more, obviously in a safe and distanced way, complying with your city's orders. The next tool is movement. So I have to admit, I am not the biggest exerciser, but I do really enjoy moving. And there's a lot of research that shows that the more we move, the more emotionally happy we are. And so I know for me, the first thing that I do when I get out of bed, the very first thing is I turn on some music and I just dance. And I have fun with it. And that really helps set my mood up for the remainder of the day, because research also shows that how your mood is in the morning does have an impact on how your mood is for the remainder of the day. So just get up and move in any way that feels good for you. Just shake it out, or exercise in any way, or take a walk. The next one is an interesting bit of research has come out to show that awe and using awe as an antidote for anxiety can really be an effective way to lower anxious symptoms and to increase more positive mood. And when I say using awe, when I say awe, I mean allowing yourself to be transcended to something bigger than yourself and being inspired. So you can feel awe from looking at a piece of art or being in nature if you can, or listening to a piece of music or seeing a photograph or being with someone that inspires you, but really trying to experience more of that feeling of being in awe really helps to decrease our anxiety, and research backs it up. The other tool is seeking out positive news. So right now, I'm not saying that we should not be exposed to negative news, because I actually don't really believe in the idea of ignorance is bliss. I think knowledge is power. And I just think that we should create boundaries, and you will know what those boundaries are for yourself in terms of news consumption. But having said that, no boundaries. I think you should seek out as much positive, inspiring, uplifting news that you can, because there are amazing, miraculous things happening around the world every single day. We're just not as exposed to it as we are to sort of the more scary stuff. So seek out positive news and allow those stories to inspire you and uplift you. They are out there and they are very real, and they really help with increasing your mood. The next one is emotionally connect. So I know right now we have been going through a very long period of being socially distanced, and we as humans are social animals, and it's really important for us to emotionally connect. And so although being physically connected with people has had to stop in very many ways, emotionally connecting still remains and is more important than ever. And I've really been inspired by the creative ways that I've been seeing people emotionally connect during this time, whether it's through Zoom dance parties. I know my family last Sunday had a Zoom charades call with 11 of us on the call, and the oldest person being 96, my Nana, and the youngest being the 3 kids, my son and my 2 nieces. So that was incredible. And I'm seeing people do, out here in LA at least, distant drive-by hellos, whatever it is, through a distanced way, but not emotionally distancing, really emotionally connecting, that you can do is very, very, very important and effective way right now to increase optimism and resiliency and joy. Another tool that is a very interesting one, because it's a tool that you already possess, it's your breath. We just need to learn how to harness our breath more. Everybody owns this tool. You already possess it. There are a number of different breath exercises that you can use to increase happiness and joy and reduce worry and anxiety. And one of the breathing exercises that I love the most is called the relaxed breath, and it actually comes from a Vedic practice. And it's about breathing in for 4, holding your breath for 7, and then breathing out for 8. And there's a lot of other tools. You can also find me on my Instagram if you want to have a look at a few more breath exercises and what the science has to say behind them. Another tool that you can use to increase joy and optimism right now is really this idea of figuring out how to grow from struggle. So all of us experience struggle. All of us experience less than ideal situations, but knowing that these things are temporary, and then taking that a step further and asking ourselves how we can grow from them and how we've changed from them, and how they've impacted our life, is a really good way to build resiliency. I hope you've enjoyed some of these holistic and science-based tools to increase joy and optimism and resiliency. And I'd love to connect further. You can find out more tools by visiting thingsareLookingUp.co for the Optimism deck of cards, because this has 52 tools. Or also you can find me on Instagram at Dr Deepika Chopra, and come say hi.